All right, well, Merry Christmas, everyone. What a nice day that we have to look forward to. Temperatures by noon already into the low 70s with plenty of sunshine. There's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Enjoy the day today. Cooler and cloudier tomorrow. Still mainly dry, though. Saturday, we're turning up the heat again. Another mid-70-degree day. And then the Panthers take on the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday, 61 degrees then. And then much cooler next week with a high of only 45 by Tuesday.
It's like winter returns, but
yes,
we all know that it's early and Santa's still dropping off some presents, but he's already visited some of you. We asked you to share your pictures and you delivered. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, wonderful.
Beautiful.
I love the chaos. Oh my goodness, somebody's having a great Christmas. If you want to send us a picture, text us 704-329-3600. We're heading over to WCNC Plus and we will show them there. Join us. Merry Christmas.
Well, good Christmas morning. We're so glad you're waking up with us. Thanks for joining us for WCNC Plus at 7. I'm Autumn Bracey in for Ben Thompson.
And I'm Lisa Washington. Thanks so much for waking up with us, as Autumn said, and streaming here on WCNC Plus. We're going to start things off this Christmas morning with a check on your forecast, because it may feel like May, but it really is December 25th, Majestic.
Another gorgeous day yesterday. We actually had the warmest Christmas Eve in Charlotte on record, 77 degrees. It was gorgeous. It was warm. And today, let's plan for sunny skies for our Christmas day and 75 degrees. Live camera look. This one's coming in from Dallas. A beautiful start to our Christmas day. Here in Lylesville, much of the same out there in Anson County. I mean, we have a gorgeous day all across the Carolinas. This is our Charlotte Motor Speedway camera. You can see some of their Christmas lights still going early this morning. And then I wanted to show you this camera as well. Kannapolis, good morning. Merry Christmas to you. We do have quite a bit of cloud coverage out there, and that's likely going to be the setup for many of us. We had a weak system pass through overnight early this morning, so little cloud coverage left over, and we've even seen a few light sprinkles, but everything is moving out of our area, and we have a beautiful, nearly picture-perfect Christmas Day forecast. One of my favorite parts about living in Charlotte is when I drive to work each day, the skyline is so pretty, and they change the colors every single night. And this morning, red and green, it was so beautiful, and you can see getting all festive for our Christmas Day. Right now, we're at 51 degrees here in the Queen City. Now, it's a little bit cooler compared to just a few minutes ago. We were right around 53, 54 degrees, which is actually our average high temperature for this time of the year. So as you can see, it is not cold by any means. We're really setting the tone for a rather warm day ahead. Here's that satellite and radar here. So you can see that system mainly impacting areas to the north of us when it comes to that heavier rain. For us, we are tapping into some of that cloud coverage like I just showed you, and a few light sprinkles. But as you can see on our Doppler radar, it's basically done and over with. Christmas Day forecast looks so nice as those kids start waking up, opening up their Christmas presents, or maybe they already have, and it's time for Christmas breakfast. Sunny skies, and then by the afternoon, temperatures again, we are climbing back into the 70s. Overall, though, we're looking at daytime highs again right around 75 degrees here in Charlotte, 76 in Monroe, and then up in the mountains, high temperatures into the lower end of the 60s, which is very mild for this time of the year. Overnight tonight, we will tap into more cloud coverage, comfortable temperatures, but then tomorrow we will have a change in our forecast with temperatures only rising into the 60s. So coming up in just a few minutes, Autumn, we're going to talk about the cooler weather tomorrow and then another very warm day to prepare for on Saturday.
All right, enjoying this warmer weather. Thanks, Majestic. In just a moment, we're going to hear from WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane. He's live this morning at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen, where he's introducing us to some of Santa's helpers, making sure that everyone has a great Christmas.
First, though, we need to turn to some breaking news out of Northwest Charlotte, where medics says 2 people are in the hospital this morning with life-threatening injuries after they were shot early this morning. It happened along Firestone Drive near where Beattiesford Road meets the quarry. Right now, there's no word on what led up to the shooting. We are working to get more information. And a breaking news update on a house fire that took down a home in East Charlotte. This happened overnight on Gwen Hill Road, just off Boswell Road. That's near the Home Depot off Albemarle and Parkton Road. You're taking a look now at that scene just before midnight. Firefighters say it took them about 40 minutes to get the fire under control. Now, this is the same neighborhood block where police say a neglected 6-year-old died just last week. Right now, we're not sure if it's the same house. There aren't a lot of details. We do know that medic was at the scene. No injuries were reported. We have reached out to both Charlotte Fire and CMPD to get more information, and as soon as we get details, we will pass them along to you. Now, this comes as we've learned that a third suspect is now facing charges for that 6-year-old girl's death.
Police say they took Taryn McKnight into custody after she was released from the hospital. As we mentioned, this is all connected to the death of Dominic Moody. He was found unresponsive at a home last week. Court documents show that home had horrific living conditions. Taryn McKnight is charged with felony child abuse, inflicting serious bodily injury. Also 4 other counts of misdemeanor child abuse. 2 other women, Susan Robinson and Tanya McKnight, are already facing charges in connection to this case. Well, we hope you're having a wonderful Christmas morning. You may have already been dragged to the tree for presents. Of course, Santa working hard, making his last rounds all over the world.
That's right. And right now, some of Santa's helpers here in the greater Charlotte area are at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen. They're actually in Rock Hill, helping to bring some holiday cheer to folks this morning. And that is where we find WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane this morning, live from the kitchen. Richard, Merry Christmas to you. And definitely, I see some activity behind you now.
Yeah, a lot of these Santa's elves or helpers are actually just arriving here. But you can see there's a bevy of activity already as folks are here. We've got our favorite person, Jatana, who's been telling us this morning everything that's going on. We've moved from outside to inside. We were over showing some of the gifts that folks will be giving away today, that volunteers in the community have brought together. But also, we're talking breakfast, right? We're talking meals for folks. Tell us about that.
So this is where we set up to start preparing the plates. We'll have individuals come through and start putting the plates together where we have turkey, ham, yams, or sweet potatoes, green
Oh, yeah, I like
beans,
that.
right? As well as the rest of the fixings as we're starting to prepare it and put it out here. We'll make the to-go plates as well as the desserts are already prepared and over there.
Keep those away from Pierre. That's our photographer, our photojournalist. Pierre wants some of those. And in the back, I see something. Our favorite two people are in the back, Barbara and my boy. Hey, how are you doing? Wave.
Hi, Sammy, wave at the camera.
Sammy from last year. Folks were here last year. They remember my buddy Sammy. Hey, Sammy. Good morning. And they've got bags.
morning.
What's going on in those bags? What's
So
that for?
this is where we'll pack the meals as they're prepared to take them out to the individuals. As I stated earlier, we send out 600 to 700 meals each year to individuals in the community that may not otherwise get a hot meal today. So we'll pack them up. The bread station is over there as well. So there's bread, there's the desserts, all the meats and fixings, as well as we saw earlier the gifts. We'll always send out a gift and a handwritten card with the meals.
And as we look at one of the family members, say hello.
Chastity Wade.
Chastity. She's actually been around for a number of years, but your family's been doing this for how long?
We've been doing it for over 30 years. You know, we grew up in the community, as well as my aunt and her family are part of St. Mary's Church, and a lot of us went to St. Anne's Catholic school, so we've been a part of this community for quite some time. So as you see, we have a lot of other volunteers.
Hey,
for the
volunteers,
community.
guys, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Where are you guys from? Yell it out. York. York. The town of York, you mean? Okay, because we're in York. We're in York, but we're York and York. You're double York. The double York volunteer. She's like, what is he talking about? It's Christmas. But this is what I'm talking about. The whole community comes together to help those folks in need. I'm keeping my distance. I got a little sniffle today. Don't want to get anyone sick. But thank you for being out here. This is great. This is phenomenal. And we're going to have more information on our website. Everybody waving, waving, waving. Barbara's been waving. Sammy, come here, buddy. Come up here, buddy. Come on, I'll step out of the way. Sammy, that's my buddy from last year.
Yes.
He wants a bigger job this year.
Yes.
Sammy, you're going to take the mic again. At 8 o'clock, Sammy will be on camera talking to us. I promise. Right, Sammy? Can I get a thumbs up?
You gonna give him a thumbs up?
Please, Sammy.
He gave you a smile.
He gave me a little thumbs up. Okay, a thumbs midway up. Guys, a great event. Love being here every year. This family's been doing it. You see the volunteers arriving. And, of course, we'll have much more throughout the morning. But for now, we're going to send it back to our favorite anchors named Autumn and Lisa.
I really want to
And
know.
Autumn, I got a question for you.
Oh, he has a
What's my
question for
favorite season?
What, your favorite season?
Yes, for Autumn. What's my favorite season?
It has to be
Yes.
mine. No?
What is yours?
Myself.
It has to be your what? Your season or what?
Yes, autumn. My favorite season is autumn. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
No, my favorite season is summer. My favorite season is summer. Come on.
boy.
Really?
All right.
That's my sister. That's okay. I forgive
So,
you.
Richard, here's a question for you, Richard Devane. Don't walk away. Question for you. Actually, two questions.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready,
Two
Lisa.
questions, actually.
I'm back.
One
yes.
is, what did you do to Sammy that he is not too thrilled with you this morning? And then two, can you ask what's for dessert? We heard you say they had.
Sammy, I didn't. What did Sammy? Where did Sammy go?
Sammy's hiding from Richard.
He ran
Go
away
ahead.
from
And
you.
Sammy went to the kitchen. He's in the
Okay.
kitchen.
And then my second question is, what is for
We had
dessert?
him on camera last year. Sammy's great.
What's for dessert?
What is dessert? Do we know what the dessert is? Oh, it's cakes, pies, everything. Pierre is smiling right now, guys.
Oh,
He is
good.
smiling behind the camera because he's going to get some. 500 cupcakes, we've been told. 500,
Whoa.
well, 490 cupcakes after Pierre has his.
All right, you
Yeah.
guys behave yourselves out there. We'll check back in with you a little later. Our Richard Devane and Raquel this morning. All right, listen to this. A soldier reunited with his mother last night here in Charlotte.
Take a look at this special moment. Joshua Tillman arrived at Charlotte Douglas on a flight funded by the nonprofit organization Miles for Military. This nonprofit provides flights for active service members for holidays and other moments that matter. His mother says the news of her son returning home brought her to tears.
I couldn't do nothing but just weep. because I was so happy, you know, to know that I would get to see him. He's coming home, you know, because I didn't think he was going to be able to come home.
What a special moment, them being able to reunite with each other. The organization Miles for Military flew more than 500 service members home this year. Now, to donate to the organization and to help fund some of their future flights, you can go to milesformilitary.org. Well, this morning, some kids may unwrap some new electronic devices for children. Online games and social media platforms are about fun, friendship, and connecting. But child advocates say that is not always the case. They're urging parents to talk with their kids about some of the dangers behind the screen.
We all have instincts. We have gut reactions about people. We kind of know in the real world what's safe and what's not safe. And we want to teach kids the same thing about the digital world.
Experts are also reminding people to do regular check-in with your kids and use built-in parental controls to help reduce some of the risk. Time now 7:12. It's been 1 year into President Trump's second term, and this morning we're looking at how the country has shifted during that time. We'll have much more ahead. Stay with us.
(7:14) now. It has been just under a year since President Donald Trump took the oath of office for a second time. And since then, we have witnessed a dramatic and transformational 12 months. NBC's senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson takes a look back at the first year of Trump 2.0.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Starting on Inauguration Day, clear signs this Trump presidency would look different the second time around. Not just because weather forced the ceremony inside. On day one, a move to settle scores.
Approximately 1,500.
With the president pardoning or commuting the sentences of hundreds involved in the January 6th riot at the Capitol, and a show of force of executive action.
Could you imagine Biden doing this? I don't think so.
Among those day one executive orders, creating the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, led by Elon Musk. The president's new cabinet, one-time opponent Marco Rubio as Secretary of State, vaccine skeptic Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Health Secretary, and former Fox News host Pete Hegseth at the Pentagon.
With the American media,
along with Vice President J.D. Vance, less a team of rivals than a group committed to advancing the Trump agenda. One of their first priorities, cracking down on illegal immigration.
We're getting these monsters out of the United States, out of Florida, out of all the places that they're in. Hey, you guys good over there?
Government data reviewed by NBC News shows border crossings plummeted in the first year of the Trump presidency, with ICE arrests doubling. The administration's immigration policy sparking protests. In June, the president deploying the California National Guard to Los Angeles, the administration saying it was to protect federal property. California's Democratic leaders calling it a stunt. The National Guard later deployed to Washington, D.C., too.
We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick.
Also on the president's agenda, trimming the federal workforce. Thousands of federal workers fired as part of those cuts, though hundreds would eventually be hired back, and DOJ itself was disbanded in November. And just as Musk's time at the White House was ending, a rift with President Trump over the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill.
The One Big Beautiful Bill to secure our borders, turbocharge our economy, and bring back the American dream.
Musk criticizing it as destructive. The president not happy.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore.
Musk firing back online. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Musk's tweet, part of the renewed interest in the case of Jeffrey Epstein, a one-time Trump friend and later convicted sex offender, accused of trafficking underage girls before he died by suicide in jail in 2019. President Trump has long denied any involvement with Epstein's crimes.
I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right.
In November, after the longest government shutdown in American history, a bipartisan bid to try to force the release of the Epstein files succeeded, largely because of the support of several Republican women who split with President Trump, notably Marjorie Taylor Greene.
For the president to call me a traitor for standing with these women, I honestly don't really care what his opinion is. I know I did the right thing.
The White House itself evolving in the new Trump era, with concrete in the Rose Garden and construction of a new ballroom that led to destruction of the East Wing. In February, an Oval Office meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky turning confrontational.
I'm very serious. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people.
The president taking credit for helping the peace push in multiple other conflicts, most notably with the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in October. At the same time, stepping up pressure on what the administration said were South American cartels using boats to bring drugs into the country, with the strike in September receiving renewed scrutiny weeks later when it was revealed 2 survivors were killed in a so-called double tap attack.
And we will keep killing them so long as they are poisoning our people with narcotics.
That's tariffs.
One of the most notable days of the first year of Trump 2.0, April 2nd.
Liberation Day.
Or what the administration called Liberation Day, with sweeping tariffs announced against major trading partners.
April 2nd, 2025 will forever be remembered as the day American industry was reborn, the day America's destiny was reclaimed, and the day that we began to make America wealthy again.
But through November's off-year elections, the economy and affordability remained key issues. President Trump dismissing concerns.
Affordability is a hoax that was started by Democrats. You know, it's 10 months.
President Trump spending the waning days of this year touting what he described as a strong economy. But on that, voters will decide before those all-important midterms next November that could impact the rest of his presidency. Hallie Jackson, NBC News.
The president and first lady hosted their traditional Christmas Eve dinner at their private estate last night in Florida. Mar-a-Lago is festival in holiday decor for the occasion. The president gave the thumbs up and was waving at cameras during a brief photo op of the private dinner. The president and first lady Melania relaxed at the dinner after taking calls from children, which were patched to Florida from the NORAD Santa Tracker headquarters.
Pope Leo XIV presided over midnight mass in St. Peter's Basilica on Christmas Eve. It marked his first midnight mass since he was elected pontiff. The Pope used his homily to call for kindness to strangers and the poor. On Tuesday, he called for a day of global peace for Christmas Day. Pope Leo will hold another mass today, renewing a tradition that hasn't been done since Pope John Paul II in 1994. Are you shopping at the very last minute? Maybe you forgot something. No problem. We'll share where you can go on this federal holiday.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. We're heading into another beautiful, picture-perfect day. Temperatures today will be warm. We're talking about mid-70s. You can see live cameras. It is a nice morning on our Christmas day. Dallas, good morning. Monroe, you're looking great. You can see some of our mountain cameras out there at beach, still holding on to cloudy conditions and even some fog. Still looking very festive and nice out there in Blowing Rock and Banner Elk. This is a live camera right now at Beach Mountain. This is where we've just been dealing with that fog up in the higher elevation, so just be mindful of that. Let's get ready for another beautiful day with temperatures rising back into the mid-70s this afternoon. Tomorrow it's going to be cooler. We're talking about 60s and cloudy skies, but it only lasts for one day. By Saturday, the return of record warm temperatures with mid to upper 70s returning. Right now, though, this is where we currently are. We're at 51 in Charlotte. Our actual high temperature for this time of year, it's 53 degrees. So you can see we are right on track to another very warm day. What a nice Christmas day to take the family, get outside, get some fresh air. Maybe those kids got some new toys that they can get outside and play with. Doppler radar, still a few sprinkles out there, but really nothing too much. Gradually clearing out this afternoon. Coming up in just a few minutes, I'll break down your full 7-day forecast. Guys.
Thank you, Majestic. And a reminder for what's open and closed today. Most grocery stores and big box retailers are closed all day, so that includes the post office with all mail delivery paused. Now, there are a few spots that are going to stay open if you need that last minute ingredient or coffee run, happens to a lot of us. On the list, 7-Eleven, CVS, Walgreens, and Dunkin' all have limited hours, so you want to make sure that you check ahead. At 7:25, we're going to take a quick break, but you want to stay here on WCNC Plus. We'll have much more.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you're off to a great start to the day. It is beautiful outside. We are waking up to very comfortable temperatures. 51 degrees right now in Charlotte, 56 for our friends up there in Boone. Yesterday, we had the warmest Christmas on record ever in Charlotte, and today is getting pretty close as well. We'll see a whole lot of sunshine as we're heading into the afternoon with those daytime highs today climbing back to the 70s. 75 degrees will be our high temperature in Charlotte, 76 in Monroe, 75 in Hickory, so nice conditions for Christmas Day to get outside and enjoy. You can see our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Nice mix of sun and clouds today. 53 for an overnight low tonight. Cloudy with just a small chance for a few stray showers for our Friday. Saturday, if you like the warmth, well, we have another very warm day. 75 degrees, and then by Sunday, if you're heading out to cheer on the Panthers, slightly cooler, still above our average though, and only a small chance for a few showers here and there. Next week, we'll be pulling back those big winter coats with temperatures only climbing into the mid-40s on Tuesday for our high, with lows slipping down below freezing. We're all wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
You are streaming live on WCNC Plus at 7:30 on this Christmas morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Lisa Washington.
And I'm Autumn Bracey, in for Ben Thompson.
This morning, a man will stay in jail in connection to a University City homicide. Police say 24-year-old Saul Perez killed Marvin Alonzo and attempted to harm another man near the Magnolia Terrace Apartments on Kirk Farm Lane. Perez now facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder. He is set to appear in court tomorrow.
We now know the victim in Tuesday night's homicide in Charlotte's West End. Police say 33-year-old David Alexander died after a stabbing on Booker Avenue. Medic responded to the scene just before midnight and rushed him to the hospital, where he later died. According to an incident report, Alexander knew the suspect. CMPD continues to investigate this. 2 men are in jail after a shooting at a North Carolina Walmart. Police say they were involved with the fight that led to a gunshot fired at the store in Wilson. That's just about 45 minutes from Raleigh. Right now, Ashton Pittman and Jordan Battle are charged with attempted first-degree murder. Both men are being held without bond. Meanwhile, a separate investigation is underway this morning after a shooting at another Walmart in Wilmington. At this time, there are no reported arrests in that case. CMPD is also working to recover a statue stolen from Middle C Jazz in Uptown, which is valued at $20,000. Now, this piece is a statue of North Carolina jazz legend Lunis McGlowan. Police say it was taken on December 10th, just before noon. Officers responded to the Jazz Club on South Brevard Street after reports that 2 suspects removed the artwork. If you recognize some of the people in these images on your screen, you should call CMPD at 704-336-1600.
This morning, Russ Ferguson officially takes the helm as U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina. Ferguson was officially sworn in yesterday. He will lead nearly 100 federal prosecutors serving 32 counties. The Department of Justice says since taking office, he's expanded prosecutions against gangs and violent crime, strengthened partnerships with law enforcement, and prioritized protecting vulnerable populations. Ferguson had been serving as the interim U.S. Attorney since March. In just weeks, Kannapolis will welcome Wilmer Melton as its new city manager. A longtime city employee, Melton brings 25 years of experience and will officially start on January 12th. He succeeds Mike Legg, who is retiring after more than 3 decades. Melton says he is committed to building on the strong foundation already in place in Kannapolis.
A major road project in northern Mecklenburg County is set to get underway at the start of the new year. And for drivers who use exit 28 in Cornelius, relief may be coming, but not without some pain first. WCNC Charlotte's Walker Lawson takes us there with more on what drivers can expect.
Well, for anyone who drives on exit 28 in Cornelius, this bottleneck behind me is something you're probably very familiar with. But it's going to get a lot more complicated for drivers in the coming years before it gets better.
Terrible. It is very congested in the Cornelius area. It's even worse than the city, I think.
For drivers like Julie Thompson and Cornelius Town Commissioner Colin Furcht, traffic in Cornelius is, let's just be blunt, downright awful.
If anything, it's gotten worse.
Right now, Cornelius already has multiple road projects underway, including a dual roundabout at US 21 and Holiday Lane. But more changes are coming. NCDOT says another major project will begin in early 2026 and last through the spring of 2028. The plan converts the current West Catawba Avenue and Torrance Chapel Road intersection into a reduced conflict intersection, redirecting left turn lanes from Liverpool Parkway and Torrance Chapel Road to new roundabouts north and south of Catawba Avenue. It also includes a new roundabout at Knox Road and Torrance Chapel Road, with Knox Road realigned to tie directly into the traffic signal at Catawba Avenue and 1 Norman Boulevard.
I do think the improvements are going to help. I know folks joke about the roundabouts, but they're working in Davidson and Concord and some of these other areas. I know, Huntersville just put those in.
I think sometimes rectifying the situation usually makes it worse. So hopefully that's not the case in this area. I think the Lake Norman area needs a lot of improvement in their traffic situation.
Another major improvement on the horizon is the widening of West Catawba Avenue from Samford Road to Jeton Road. This long-awaited project will begin in 2027 and finish by 2029. Reporting in Cornelius, Walker Lawson, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. We are heading into a beautiful start to our Christmas day. We still have a few clouds out there, but generally temperatures are very mild. I know usually on Christmas morning it's a little chaotic. The kids are waking up, opening up their presents. Christmas breakfast is going on. It's just kind of a magical start to the day for Christmas morning. Out there in Nielsville, not looking bad either. Again, a few more clouds still holding on, but those clouds, they are not expected to stick around throughout the entire day. Charlotte Motor Speedway, earlier this morning, they had all their Christmas lights still going. And then here in Kannapolis, a lot more clouds just about 10 minutes ago, but it's already starting to move out very nicely. Here in the Queen City, they were very festive, all lit up in red and greens this morning, getting ready for our Christmas day. And temperatures overall, 40s and 50s early this morning, 51 in Charlotte, 54 in Lancaster, which is actually right around our seasonal average high for this time of the year. So that kind of puts things into perspective, just how warm our weather forecast has been and will be today. There's that satellite and radar. We have mainly that system that's impacting areas north of us, so mainly in Virginia this morning. For us, we did get some clouds overnight early this morning and even a few very light sprinkles showing up here on Doppler radar. So just keep this in mind, those clouds, and if you do have any sprinkles at your house, it is going to taper off here quick. About 54 degrees by 9 o'clock in the morning. By that point, most of us holding on to some nice sunshine and sunny skies. That's what you should plan for into the afternoon. So could be even a nice Christmas day to just take the family, go walk outside, head out to the park. Maybe you're firing up the barbecue or just reading a new book that you got for Christmas outside. Those high temperatures today really across the board will be into the mid to upper 70s, 77 in Lancaster, 75 in Chester. Of course, a little cooler for our mountain counties. Overnight lows tonight dropping down into the 50s, so still pretty mild throughout the overnight hours, but then our high temperatures tomorrow, they will drop. A high of only 60 degrees in Charlotte, so it's going to feel much cooler than the 75 degrees that we'll have today. But again, our average where we typically should be is about 53 degrees. So even though tomorrow will be cooler, it's still warmer than where we should be. There's that 3-day forecast. 75 degrees today on Christmas, 60 for tomorrow, and then look at Saturday, another surge and warmth coming our way. It might even break more daily high records. We're going to talk more about this and how long this warm weather is going to stick around. I'll see you back here in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Majestic, that sounds great. In a small town just south of Raleigh, the holiday spirit is shining brightly as neighbors come together to give back to a Chick-fil-A employee who puts others first. We have that story next.
Welcome back in. The gift of giving this holiday season is on display in the Tar Heel State. In a small town south of Raleigh, residents have come together to give back to a person who's given them so much. John Dowding introduces us to Peggy Walters.
I love people. I have a joy in my heart for people. God has given me that joy.
Peggy Walters is well known in Fuquay-Varina, but everyone calls her Miss Peggy.
People that come there are so nice to me and joyful, and they'll hug me and kiss me and tell me how glad they are to see me and where have I been.
She grew up in Willow Spring and for the last 10 years has made a name for herself working at the Chick-fil-A in Fuquay. She's known as someone always stepping in to help others and for bringing in coloring books for kids.
They say she's a total rock star. She's the total package. She's a great Southern Christian lady.
But now Miss Peggy is the one who needs some help. She fell recently and her doctors say she needs a full knee replacement. Even though she's in pain every day, the over 75-year-old has not stopped working full time.
I don't know how long I'll be out of work, and since I'm the main one paying the bills, I think most of my surgery will be covered by insurances, but my bills will be coming in and there's nobody to pay them.
Miss Peggy works to support her daughters who are disabled. Her daughter Jen started a fundraiser online to raise money to help them afford the surgery and their expenses. Within 24 hours, they raised over $1,600.
It was just a Christmas miracle. Just that people were willing to, stretch their pocketbooks this time of year.
While Miss Peggy is appreciative of her Christmas miracle, she says she just wants to be in tip-top shape again, not for herself, but to be able to help others instead.
I feel like God's going to give me the strength to be there with you. All you got to do is just let me know.
Well, so glad people are able to give back to her during this time. Walter's daughter Jen says on GoFundMe that her mom also lovingly supports animals. Miss Peggy takes care of 5 rescue dogs and 2 cats.
7:42 now. Let's talk about the economy. Inflation is cooling, consumers are spending, and the economy is expanding at its fastest pace in 2 years. As 2025 wraps up, analysts say the country is ending on an economic high, even with the S&P 500 closing at a record this week. But that momentum on Wall Street isn't translating evenly for everyone on Main Street. Some economists warn that while inflation is slowing, prices remain elevated and many families still feel squeezed.
People feel like they're spending more, but they don't really feel like they're getting more. So even if you're working, even if you get a raise, you just feel like that's being gobbled up by higher prices.
Economists say overall growth looks solid heading into the new year, but rising unemployment could weigh on that optimism as 2026 approaches. Nearly 24 states and Washington, D.C. are set to raise their minimum wages in 2026, but these changes don't apply to the Carolinas. In some areas, the new rates will be more than double the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. Economists say the increases will help lower-income workers, though they caution it won't solve broader affordability challenges that many families are still facing. Experts also note that most small businesses already pay above the federal minimum and that modest wage hikes typically only have a limited impact on operating costs. Most of the new wage rates will take effect January 1st, with a few states making changes later in the year.
The Trump administration says it will begin garnishing wages from student loan borrowers in default early next year, with the first notices going out in January. Millions of borrowers are currently in default, and federal rules require a 30-day warning before any wages can be taken. Officials say collections will begin only after borrowers receive proper notice and a chance to repay, following the end of the pandemic-era pause on student loan enforcement. Now, critics argue this move comes at a difficult time for families facing ongoing affordability challenges, saying more support is needed to help borrowers avoid falling even further behind. Well, one lucky lottery player in Arkansas is celebrating an extraordinary win this Christmas. A single ticket sold in the state matched every number in last night's Powerball drawing. Oh, what a wonderful Christmas for them. They nabbed a jackpot worth $1.8 billion. Last-minute ticket sales made it the second largest U.S. lottery jackpot ever. Now, if the winner chooses the lump sum, they're going to walk away with nearly $835 million. Not too shabby. Powerball says multiple jackpots have been won either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but none of them have ever reached $1 billion. That's until now. The Powerball jackpot resets to $20 million for Saturday's drawing.
20 million still isn't that bad. All right, well, love it or hate it, this holiday classic always sparks debate. A behind-the-scenes look at the bakery that's been making it for more than 100 years. Next.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks so much for waking up and turning on the stream and spending some of your Christmas day with all of us here at WCNC. Look how beautiful it is outside. A beautiful start to our Christmas morning, the most magical Christmas day. We have nice weather on the way. If you're visiting from out of town, let me tell you, you're in for a real treat. Sunny skies, 75 degrees. I mean, it is going to be incredible. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy it today. Dallas looking good this morning. Monroe looks fantastic as well. Some of our mountain cameras right there. Banner Elk, Blowing Rock. Notice more cloud coverage higher up in elevation you go. Also a little bit breezy. Once we're looking at Beach Mountain, this is not too out of the ordinary. We've seen this over the last couple of days where they've been dealing with pockets of fog. So if you do have some place to be this morning, hopefully your view looks like this. But if you're going to be traveling higher up in elevations, that's where you may deal with some fog at times. Gradually clearing skies, though, that's going to be the name of the game for our Christmas Day forecast, with temperatures rising into the mid-70s. Comfortable to get outside. Now tomorrow it's going to be cooler into the low 60s, still above where we should be for this time of the year, though, and cloudy skies. And then Saturday, record warmth returns. Another day with temperatures climbing back into the mid-70s. Right now it is comfortable outside. It's 54 in Lancaster, 51 in Charlotte, up there in Boone, 56 degrees. And overall, I mean, we gave Santa Claus a pretty good looking forecast overnight. And now this morning, as those kids are waking up, opening up their Christmas presents, maybe you have your Christmas coffee and breakfast going. It's going to be incredible this morning. Mid-morning, early afternoon, clear skies, sunny skies, and temperatures back into the 70s by about 12 o'clock today. A few sprinkles have been popping up on Doppler radar as a weak front has passed through. That's where those clouds have come from. But gradually clearing skies, plan for it today. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. There's about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the cooler weather that moves in tomorrow and then the warm day that we need to prepare for again come Saturday.
All right, Majestic, thanks so much. 7:50 now. We know it's still a bit early, and Santa may have already visited your home. Some of you have already sent us some pictures, so take a look at these. Okay, the present's nice, and I'm so impressed by these. The snowman there on the stove, very nice. Great work there. Someone else, wow. Okay, you were watching WCNC. We certainly appreciate that. Ooh, somebody got some new jeans. All right, Merry Christmas to you. Whoa, a lot of presents at that house there with the red decorations. What about this, Autumn? What do you think?
Oh my goodness. It looks like someone's about to play basketball. I'm here for it. I love all the decorations.
And of course, you can send us your pictures in. We'll get them on here on WCNC Plus. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is text us 704-329-3600. We'll be showcasing them all morning. All right, let's talk about this sweet treat, because many people have some very, very strong opinions about what may be on your table this holiday season. Of course, we're talking about fruitcake.
I'm not a fan.
Hey guys, good morning. It is arguably the holiday season's most controversial confection, fruitcakes, and they are popping up on store shelves like this more and more these days. We went inside a bakery known for their fruitcake to find out why the dessert gets such a bad rap and why it might be making more Christmas lists this year.
It's a holiday staple.
This just blew my mind right now.
On shelves and tables across America.
To me, it tastes like Christmas.
Fruitcakes, famously sparking a seasonal debate.
That is disgusting.
The texture is pretty bad, but the taste is pretty all right.
But love them or hate them, they're a huge holiday tradition. More than 2 million are sold in the U.S. each year.
Morning. Merry Christmas.
20,000 a day made right here at Collins Street Bakery in Corsicana, Texas for nearly 130 years.
Who is eating all of this fruitcake? Anyone we would recognize?
Everyone you'd recognize. Princes and kings and presidents and movie stars.
From royal weddings, King Charles and Princess Diana, and Prince William and Princess Kate, to this scene in The Godfather, a Collins Street cake tin spotted there on the Corleone's kitchen counter. But not everyone is convinced.
Why do you think fruitcakes get such a bad rap?
Well, it all started with Johnny Carson and his joke that there's only one fruitcake in the world and it's just passed around year after year.
At Collins Street, they say the ingredients make all the difference.
You can taste a $2 wine or a $2,000 wine, and there's a big difference from the bottom and the top, and it's the same way in the world of fruitcake.
We hit the assembly line to see for ourselves.
But ours, which we think is the world's best, is made with pecans, pineapple, raisins, cherries. It's all blended together here. If you would push the green button on the top.
Okay.
Let's get it going. Isn't that beautiful?
Then into the baking pans. And it's time for decoration by hand.
We have red cherries, we have red and green pineapple, and then we have pecans.
And you know who I think would love one?
Yes?
Our Today Show anchors.
While we're right here, let's decorate one for them.
I think I'm gonna make mine a little custom. Let's go get this in the oven, right? Okay. It's going in the oven.
He'll take care of your cake.
A slice of nostalgia that has kids from 1 to 92, giving the holiday season's most misunderstood dessert a try.
Why do you think fruitcake might be making a comeback right now?
The tradition.
There's a new kind of a refound appreciation of tradition, of family, of gathering and celebrating.
Their customers agree.
Fruitcake, hate it or love it?
I love fruitcake.
I love them.
Why do you love it?
Because it brings back memories of what used to be.
It's all those candied fruits in there and the nuts. And then we always put rum on it. And oh, then it is good. Very good.
I've never heard of that.
Here's the thing. I like all the ingredients, most of them for fruitcake, but I just don't like them together in the cake.
I don't like it at all. No, but I didn't grow up eating it, so I don't miss it, never had it. And every time I look at it at the store, I grab it and it's so heavy and just looks sticky and I don't know, but to each your own.
It has all the things, for sure. What about you?
How many times do you hear people like, I'm gonna go make some fruitcake? See, I think that speaks volumes. No, I like the traditional desserts, you know, sweet potato pie, apple pie, you know?
Yeah.
Those are my
Not
favorites.
fruitcake. All right, well, we need to take a quick break. What about you? Let us know. Keep it right here on WCNC Plus. We are streaming live. Good morning, happy Thursday, Merry Christmas to all who celebrate.
Good morning, everyone, and Merry Christmas to you. Boy, we have a fantastic forecast for our Christmas day. Clear sunny skies today with temperatures starting out very mild. We're at 51 degrees right now in Charlotte, 46 in Lincolnton, with daytime highs today expected to rise to about 75 degrees. That would be then the second warmest Christmas in Charlotte's history. Now, we've reached 70 degrees at least 6 times on Christmas Day here in Charlotte, and with our forecast today, that would then be 7 times. It is a magical morning as those kids are waking up, opening up their Christmas presents. Maybe they've already been there, done that. Maybe it's time for a Christmas brunch or breakfast. We're looking at sunny skies by mid-morning, early afternoon, with temperatures again very mild this morning and really climbing as we're heading into the afternoon. Mid-70s today, 75 degrees in Charlotte, 77 in Lancaster. If any good kiddos got a bike for Christmas, send them out to play. It's a perfect day to do that. And now here's our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Our average high, it's 53 degrees. That's right around where we currently are, and we'll well exceed that as we head into the afternoon. Little cooler by tomorrow with another warm and 75-degree day Saturday.
Well, thanks for joining us this Christmas morning. You are watching WCNC Plus at 8. I'm Autumn Bracey in for Ben Thompson.
And I'm Lisa Washington. Hopefully you are enjoying this Thursday morning. If you're celebrating Christmas, that you are having a nice slow Christmas. Maybe it's a bit chaotic at your house if there are a lot of kiddos and they're opening those toys and presents. Here's one thing we know for sure though. The weather today going to not feel like Christmas. It's going to be quite warm. Majestic joins us now with all those details.
It was gorgeous yesterday, the warmest Christmas Eve on record in Charlotte. We topped off at 77 degrees, and today we're still forecasting nice conditions as well, with mid-70s underway this afternoon. Look at this, Kannapolis. Good morning to you all. Merry Christmas. What a beautiful Christmas morning. And even right here in the Queen City earlier this morning, they had all the buildings lit up in green and red. I loved seeing that on my way into work. Now, right now, it's 51 degrees in Charlotte. Our average high temperature for this time of year, it's 53. So we're off to a very mild start to the day. It could be one of those days where you grab your hot cup of coffee, you go get out, sit outside in that nice sunshine, grab a sweatshirt, or maybe you're just waking up, you want to go for a nice morning walk. It's 56 degrees in Jefferson. There's that satellite and radar. You can see a system to the north of us. We had some clouds pass through late last night, early this morning, not just clouds, but even a few light sprinkles out there. By this point, everything is clearing out very, very nicely, and we shouldn't have any more problems really throughout the rest of our day today. Partly sunny skies this morning for a lot of us, and then nothing but blue skies and sunshine by the time we're heading through mid-morning, early afternoon. Overall, our daytime highs today, we're back into the mid-70s. Yesterday, I was driving around doing some last-minute errands, and I saw so many convertibles driving around. Lots of people out on their motorcycles, so be careful. Keep a mindful eye out for them, because I think a lot of people will probably be out enjoying the nice weather again today. 76 out there in Charlotte, and then overnight tonight, clouds move back in. Temperatures will only drop down into the 40s and 50s, but then by tomorrow, our overall highs are going to be much cooler than the 75 degrees that we're going to get today. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the rest of our Christmas forecast, but Autumn, on Saturday, we have another really warm day ahead. I'll extend this out to my full 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, enjoying this sunshine and nice weather. Thank you, Majestic. In just a moment, we are going to hear from WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane. He is live at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen. He'll be introducing us to some of Santa's helpers, those people working to make sure everyone has a happy Christmas.
First, though, we turn to some breaking news out of Northwest Charlotte. Medic says 2 people are in the hospital with life-threatening injuries this morning after they were shot early this morning. It happened along Firestone Drive. That's near where Beatty'sford Road meets the quarry. Right now, there's no word on what led up to that shooting. We are working to get more information. And a breaking news update this morning after a house fire in East Charlotte. It happened overnight on Gwen Hill Road, just off Boswell Road. That's near the Home Depot off Albemarle and Parkton Roads. You're taking a look at that scene just before midnight. Fire officials say it took them about 40 minutes to get that fire under control. Now, we should mention this is the same neighborhood block where police say a neglected 6-year-old died just last week. Right now, we aren't sure if it is the same house. There aren't a lot of details. We do know that medic was at that scene. No injuries have been reported. We have reached out to both Charlotte Fire and CMPD to get more information. And as we get those details, of course, we'll pass it along. Now, this all comes as we've learned a 3rd suspect is facing charges for that 6-year-old girl's death.
Police say they took Taryn McKnight into custody after she was released from the hospital. As we mentioned, this is all connected to the death of Dominic Moody. He was found unresponsive at a home last week. Court documents show that home had horrific living conditions. Taryn McKnight is charged with felony child abuse, inflicting serious bodily injury, and 4 other counts of misdemeanor child abuse. 2 other women, you see there, Susan Robinson and Tanya McKnight, are already facing charges in connection to this case. Well, we hope you're having a wonderful Christmas morning. You may have already been dragged to the tree for presents. It's 8:04 now. Pretty likely, as Santa, of course, is making his last rounds all over the world.
And some of Santa's helpers here in the Charlotte area are at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen this morning, hoping to bring some holiday cheer for some folks this morning. And that's where we find WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane. Now, earlier you were in the kitchen. I think Richard is still in the kitchen there, where the volunteers are getting ready to prepare those meals.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Good morning to you, Lisa. Good morning, Autumn. Good. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. As you can see, volunteers getting ready to welcome a number of people in here. And Lisa, you were asking me in the last hour about my buddy Sammy. Hey, Sammy! Sammy's like me. He's a little tired in the morning. But Sammy, you were telling me some of the things that you've been doing already volunteering. Tell me about it.
Is like cutting cake, cutting pie, and putting it in boxes, then closing it and stuff like that.
Having fun?
Yes.
You've done this before, right?
Yes, sir.
Sammy was on TV last year. We wanted to bring him back this year again. So wave hi, Sammy. He's a little understated right now, but he's been enjoying himself, having a lot of fun today because he said earlier, this is what it's all about, being able to give and not worry about yourself at times like this. As we look around the room, there are a lot of folks who are come on through, people can walk by. They're about to have a prayer in just a second, but I want to talk for folks who are trying to donate. We have with us today, tell us who you are.
I'm Vanessa Barber, the donations coordinator for St. Mary's Christmas Dinner.
And for folks who are trying to donate, want to not just their time, but they want to give a gift, tell them what they can do.
Just come on down to 902 Crawford Road here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We have a gift room full of gifts for all ages. Feel free to come.
And you have the opportunity to do that. We'll have all of that information on our website. Right now, they're getting ready to go and pray. Good morning to you guys. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, let's do that again because they can't really tell. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let me step out of the way. Say Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
I just want you to see the smiling faces of all these volunteers. There's more in the back. They're just everybody give me a nice wave. Look at this, look at this, look at this. They're getting ready to welcome these folks in here, making Christmas that much better for all the folks in York County all around. We've even got, where are you from? You come, Lancaster, Lancaster. See, Larry Sprinkle told me how to pronounce that a long time ago, so I can say those things. But seriously, a great event. This goes on every year. So many years, folks in the community just open their hearts for other people. This is what the true meaning of Christmas is all about. To you.
All right, Richard, thanks so much for that. We appreciate that live report from Rock Hill.
Well, as TSA has told us, Christmas morning can often be the best time to travel. And we are now taking a look at the numbers at Charlotte Douglas right now. Right now, we're seeing 1 cancellation and 6 delays. And all of this comes as the airport took on a busy day for Christmas Eve yesterday. WCNC Charlotte, Siobhan Riley was at the airport up until late last night. She has more from folks trying to make it home for Christmas.
Christmas Eve can be one of the most stressful days for travelers flying out of the 6th largest airport in the world. This time was different for travelers like Caitlin Jones, who's flying into CLT from Switzerland.
No delays at all. All of our flights were right on time. I know some people were missing their connections. They were like 10 minutes apart. And so we let all the people that had connections super quick, we let them off first on our last flight.
But that wasn't the case for Diana Awa, who's flying to New York with her family.
The delays. I have 3 kids, and so far the flight is already delayed, so it's making me nervous. Initially, we had to leave at 9:02 p.m. Now it's around 10:30-ish p.m. to arrive there around past midnight.
Travelers who didn't experience delays say they're still surprised by the smooth process.
It meant a lot, honestly, because whenever you're traveling internationally, you never know how the flight is going to go, and you never know if you're going to be able to, like you said, delays or the connections in general.
But if you do plan on traveling during the holiday season, you're advised to book early, choose travel days wisely, and prepare for security checkpoints. For now, families are just hoping to make it on time.
Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Because the youngest is 1 year old and she gets really fussy. So hopefully we make it in time safely. That's really what's important right now. That's my greatest prayer.
And the next busiest days for overall travel run from December 26th through the 28th. Winter travel ends January 4th. Reporting from Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Siobhan Riley, WCNC Charlotte.
Meanwhile, at CLT, a soldier reunited with his mother last night.
Pretty special moment. Take a look. Joshua Tillman arrived at Charlotte Douglas on a flight funded by the nonprofit organization Miles for Military. You see that special moment there. The nonprofit provides flights for active service members for holidays and other moments that matter. His mother greeting him there says the news of her son returning home brought her to tears.
I couldn't do nothing but just weep because I was so happy, you know, to know that I would get to see him. He's coming home, you know, because I didn't think he was going to be able to come home.
Oh, what an indescribable experience. Now, Miles for Military flew more than 500 service members home this year. To donate so they can continue doing this effort, you can head to military.org.
Well, before we head to break, here is an exclusive shopping deal for our viewers.
Hey, our team tests tons of products. We get rid of the rejects. We only bring you the best. And I love this one. It's called the Zippy Sweeper Pro. Take a look at it. And it's got this tri-brush technology here. It's very lightweight, cordless. So you can walk around the house. You just charge it with a USB-C, 30 minutes of use. And it can pick up almost everything. So let me turn it on for you here. Here are some Cheerios on the floor. Very common around my house. Picking them right up, no problem at all. Right? And then here's another problem we have too. Come on down here for a second. This is my dog's dog bowl, and he's a messy eater. So we always have the pet food around too. So look at that. Nice and easy. And it's really, really easy to use too. I've been playing with this for the last few days. Also picked up frozen veggies on the floor too. So it really does work. The other great thing about the Zippy Sweeper Pro, it really gets into places that you really wouldn't want to with a dust buster because it hurts your back. Look how easy this is. Right under my coffee table, and I'm barely bent down at all. Very good for people with back problems like me.
And check out the light on it, showing you exactly where to find those hidden crumbs.
Oh, and I love this. When you're done, all you have to do is pull back this gray handle. Let me tilt this up so you can see it. And it all just comes right out into the trash, no mess. We have an amazing deal on this for you today. Normally, this is $129.99. Today, exclusive for our viewers, $69.99. That is a huge 46% off the retail price. You know it's gonna go. It's while supplies last. Scan the QR code on your screen or go to shoptvdeals.com.
time is now 8:14. From an unresolved argument with a relative to that great aunt who always asks, when are you getting married or when are you having a baby?
This time of year when different sides of the family get together, oh, it can be something. It can be joyous, but also nerve-wracking for some. Mandy Gaither talks to a clinical psychologist about how to avoid holiday drama this time of year.
It's time for family, being together, spreading good cheer, but you can love someone and also butt heads.
We're living in incredibly stressful times, and family dynamics are not immune to that.
Clinical psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says the holidays can be wonderful, but can also bring a tremendous amount of potential stress, anxiety, and fear of falling back into old habits. There can be differing views, divisions across the political spectrum, that annoying relative, or an unresolved argument. So even when it's cold outside, all those mixed feelings can leave things a little heated.
It's important to go in with a toolbox in terms of how to manage these potential situations. I think you want to first off begin by planning ahead.
That means deciding which topics are on and off limits. Borland says that may require maintaining boundaries and displaying assertiveness, so be prepared. Next, remember you can't control the behaviors of other family members, only your responses to certain situations. And be aware of your triggers. It's okay to demand a subject change.
I can do my best, and if things get to a point where I don't feel comfortable, it's okay to walk away as well.
And finally, Borland says to buddy up with a relative who's more level-headed or calming, someone who will allow you to enjoy your holiday.
Let's focus on the good things rather than, that family member that knows how to press your buttons, and really focus on why are we all together.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now, the experts also say it's important to focus on empathy. We may think that a family member is being difficult because maybe that's just who they are. But what we may not know is that they're going through something. So the psychologist says, put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Well, it looks like Santa and Mrs. Claus couldn't avoid the holiday drama this Christmas. Take a look at this. A driver and their passenger wearing Santa and Mrs. Claus costumes were pulled over for speeding in Ohio.
Santa! CCW, I'm not going to move until they say it again. Santa has a CCW? Sir, you have to. Times are rough. You got to protect me. Santa, do you have your driver's license out? Can I get out? You sure can. Oh my gosh, this is a video of the night. You know what's funny? I just love turkey. There goes my presents. You guys have a wonderful night. Merry Christmas.
Okay, so they only received the warning according to that Facebook post. All right, slow it down, Santa. Listen to this. Christmas came early for a group of shoppers in North Texas after a computer glitch at the grocery store shut down the registers at the H-E-B, and it brought those checkout lines to a halt. Now, the customers waited, unsure if they would have to leave their carts behind until the store manager made an unexpected announcement. Some might say it was a Christmas miracle. Instead of turning the customers away, employees told the hundreds of shoppers, take their groceries home for free, just in time for the season of giving.
I had probably about 4 or 5 bags full of stuff because I've got grandkids coming. Made a difference to me because my husband has ALS. He's bedridden. And we're struggling. Everybody on a fixed income is struggling right now.
When asking what the grocery store chain why they did this, their words were, the customer experience is at the heart of what they do. So true.
Oh, that's wonderful. And while we're on the topic of stores, for those of you that may be shopping last minute, we know there's some people out there, or you may have forgotten something. We have you covered. Next, we'll share what you need to know if you need to make some purchases this federal holiday.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks so much for turning on the stream and spending some of your Christmas morning with us here at WCNC. We're off to a beautiful start to the day. Many of us waking up to sunny skies. A little bit of cloud coverage still mixed in. That's out there in Lylesville. And this afternoon, the big story is that it is going to be a very warm Christmas day with temperatures rising back into the mid-70s. Friday, cooler and cloudier. And then on Saturday, we're turning up the heat again with temperatures rising back into the mid-70s. Of course, Santa made his way across the Carolinas last night, and boy, did we deliver a nice forecast for his visit. Now, as we're heading into the next several hours, sunny skies, very mild temperatures. I know lots of kiddos are waking up with lots of presents. Could be a good day to play with some of those gifts outside. There's our Doppler radar this morning. We did have a few sprinkles, but at this point, it is gone. Now, this is our future cast, what models are saying it's going to look like as we're heading into the next few hours. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon, so by this point, it is beautiful. Maybe you're meeting up with some family for a Christmas meal later on this afternoon or evening. It's going to be beautiful, lots of sunshine, and I mean 75 degrees. That is warm. Where we should be this time of the year, it's 53, and that's right about where we are right now. As we're heading into our Friday, cloudy skies are making their way back across our area, and a small chance for a few stray showers. But then as we're heading into Saturday, we'll have a change in our weather pattern again. Now, yesterday, we actually recorded the warmest Christmas Eve on record here in Charlotte, 77 degrees, 75 degrees for our forecasted high today. So if we reach that today, that would then be the second warmest Christmas in Charlotte's history. You can see we've had 6 right now where we've had at least 70-degree temperatures. So today, that'll make 7 Christmases ever in Charlotte that we have at least hit 70 degrees. We'll extend this out to our full 7-day forecast coming up here soon.
Hi, this is Sprinkle here on this Christmas Day, and time for this day in history. Back in 1939, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was introduced for the first time. It was released as a book by Montgomery Ward to provide a free Christmas story for kids. Back at that time, over 2.4 million copies were distributed that first year, back in 1939. In fact, that's the book, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, on this day in history. Back in 1948, the cartoon short for theaters was released. The year 1949, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the song, was released. 1964, the stop-motion animated TV special release. It's been seen many times since then. And in 1998, the feature-length movie. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. On this day in history, I'm Larry Sprinkle.
Well, thank you, Larry. And a reminder for what's open and closed this Christmas Day. Most grocery stores and big box retailers are closed the entire day. So that includes the post office with all mail delivery paused. But there are a few spots that are going to stay open if you need that last minute ingredient or even a coffee run. On the short list, we've got 7-Eleven, CVS, Walgreens, and Dunkin' all have limited hours. So you want to make sure to check ahead before you go there.
Well, we know that Santa has already visited many of your homes this morning. You shared some pictures with us. Take a look at what you're sharing with us. A number of you are showing not only your holiday decorations, but what you've received for Christmas. Santa was good to a lot of people in our area. Thanks so much for sending these pictures in. You did that by texting us at 704-329-3600. If you haven't already and you still want to, there is some time, and we will showcase your photos all morning. We're going to take a quick break right now, but make sure you keep it right here on WCNC Plus. A fine-looking skyline on this Christmas morning, 51 degrees. We'll be right back.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you're off to a great start to your morning. Boy, it is beautiful. If you like the forecast yesterday, you'll love today's Christmas Day forecast. Right now, it's 51 degrees. Our average high for this time of the year, it's 53. So we have another very warm day ahead. Yesterday was the warmest Christmas Eve in Charlotte's history ever recorded, 77 degrees. It was a warm one. Today, 75 is what you should plan for. It's going to be a beautiful day ahead. Plenty of sunshine really now through the entire day. You can't go wrong. Hopefully you can get outside and enjoy some of this sunshine. Temperatures this afternoon going to climb really into the mid-70s for almost everyone. 75 here in the Queen City, 77 in Lancaster. Good morning to everyone up there in the mountains. Of course, a little bit cooler, but still a pretty nice day. So far, if we reach that 75-degree mark this afternoon, that would put us at the second warmest Christmas ever recorded here in Charlotte. But as you can see, we have had 6 Christmases where we've at least reached 70 degrees. So this would be the 7th time. There's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. A beautiful Christmas day here across the Carolinas. Cooler tomorrow and then turning back that heat on Saturday.
You are streaming live on WCNC Plus at 8:30 on this Christmas morning. I'm Lisa Washington.
And I'm Autumn Bracey in for Ben Thompson.
This morning, a man will stay in jail in connection to a University City homicide. Police say 24-year-old Saul Perez killed Marvin Alonzo and attempted to harm another man near the Magnolia Terrace apartments on Kirk Farm Lane. Perez now facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder. He is set to appear in court tomorrow.
We now know the victim in Tuesday night's homicide in Charlotte's West End. Police say 33-year-old David Alexander died after stabbing on Booker Avenue. Medic responded to the scene just before midnight and rushed him to the hospital where he later died. According to the incident report, Alexander knew the suspect. CMPD continues to investigate this. And CMPD is also working to recover a statue stolen from Middle C Jazz in Uptown. It's valued at $20,000. The piece is a statue of North Carolina jazz legend Eunice McGlowan. Police say it was taken on December 10th, just before noon. Officers responded to the jazz club on South Brevard Street after reports that 2 suspects removed the artwork. If you recognize the people in these on your screen, you should call CMPD at 704-336-1600.
This morning, Russ Ferguson officially takes the helm as U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina. Ferguson was officially sworn in yesterday. He will lead nearly 100 federal prosecutors serving 32 counties. The Department of Justice says since taking office, he's expanded prosecutions against gangs and violent crime, strengthened partnerships with law enforcement, and prioritized protecting vulnerable populations. Ferguson had been serving as the interim U.S. Attorney since March. Well, in just weeks, Kannapolis will welcome Wilmer Melton as its new city manager. A longtime city employee, Melton brings 25 years of experience and will officially start January 12th. He succeeds Mike Legg, who is retiring after more than 3 decades. Melton says he is committed to building on the strong foundation already in place in Kannapolis.
A major road project in northern Mecklenburg County is set to get underway at the start of the new year. And for drivers who use exit 28 in Cornelius, relief may be coming, but not without some pain first. WCNC Charlotte's Walker Lawson takes us there with more on what drivers can expect.
Well, for anyone who's something you're probably very familiar with, but it's going to get a lot more complicated for drivers in the coming years before it gets better.
Terrible. It is very congested in the Cornelius area. It's even worse than the city, I think.
For drivers like Julie Thompson and Cornelius Town Commissioner Colin Furcht, traffic in Cornelius is, let's just be blunt, downright awful.
If anything, it's gotten worse.
Right now, Cornelius already has multiple road projects underway, including a dual roundabout at US 21 and Holiday Lane. But more changes are coming. NCDOT says another major project will begin in early 2026 and last through the spring of 2028. The plan converts the current West Catawba Avenue and Torrance Chapel Road intersection into a reduced conflict intersection, redirecting left turn lanes from Liverpool Parkway and Torrance Chapel Road to new roundabouts north and south of Catawba Avenue. It also includes a new roundabout at Knox Road and Torrance Chapel Road, with Knox Road realigned to tie directly into the traffic signal at Catawba Avenue and 1 Norman Boulevard.
I do think the improvements are going to help. I know folks joke about the roundabouts, but they're working in Davidson and Concord and some of these other areas. I know, Huntersville just put those in.
I think sometimes rectifying the situation usually makes it worse, so hopefully that's not the case in this area. I think the Lake Norman area needs a lot of improvement in their traffic situation.
Another major improvement on the horizon is the widening of West Catawba Avenue from Samford Road to Jeton Road. This long-awaited project will begin in 2027 and finish by 2029. Reporting in Cornelius, Walker Lawson, WCNC Charlotte.
As families gather for the holidays, South Carolina health officials are raising concerns about the growing measles outbreak in the upstate. The South Carolina Department of Public Health confirms 9 new cases since Friday, bringing the total number of cases linked to that upstate outbreak to 153. Health officials say holiday get-togethers are helping drive a surge in measles cases across South Carolina.
This is actually something that we anticipated a bit, that we would see an increase in cases because of the amount of travel and family gatherings.
Doctors say if you are with a big group, make sure that you take precautions this holiday season. In addition to the measles vaccine, you should stay home if you're sick and practice good hygiene, like washing your hands. All right, Majestic gives us an update now on our forecast on this Christmas morning. Things are looking good there. Where's this, Kannapolis?
It's gorgeous, yes. Kannapolis right here. Not even a single cloud in the sky. What a magical Christmas morning. Hopefully you're enjoying that. Thank you for streaming in and joining us this morning here on our Christmas Day. We have plenty of sunshine out there. I mean, look at this. This is Dallas right now, live camera look. And not only does it look nice, but stepping outside, those temperatures, they don't feel too bad either. Right here in the Queen City, planning on sunny skies for our Christmas Day. We're at 51 degrees in Charlotte, 47 in Lincolnton. Good morning to everyone waking up there in Boone, 56 degrees. So very, very mild early this morning. Now here's our satellite and radar. We have a system that passed through overnight. By this point, a lot of the clouds have already tapered off. Those stray showers that we had early this morning no longer an issue either. Most of that active weather now well to the north of us. There's that Doppler radar. Again, quiet conditions throughout the rest of our Christmas morning and into our Christmas afternoon and evening. Hopefully you and your family have at least some plans to at least feel that sunshine on your skin. The temperatures will feel incredible as well. Temperatures rising into the 70s as early as noon. And again, our overall high temperatures won't be quite as warm as yesterday, although very, very close. 75 degrees in Charlotte, 77 in Lancaster, and mid-70s in Hickory and Lincolnton. Saw lots of people out and about walking yesterday, walking their pups. Maybe you want to do that again this morning or even later on today. Overnight lows tonight slip down into the 40s and 50s, and we will have mainly cloudy skies tonight. That means tomorrow we're heading into another cloudy day. Temperatures tomorrow will not be into the 70s, only in fact rising into the 50s and 60s. So an overall cooler day with some small rain chances as well. But coming up in just a few minutes, I'm going to be breaking this down the next 3 days. Mid-70s today, 60s tomorrow. Saturday, we have a really good chance of breaking more high records. I mean, look at very warm weather coming our way on Saturday, but then we do have some changes on the way. So I'll extend this out to my full 7-day forecast when I see you right back here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Majestic. Well, coming up, how to dispose of all that waste this holiday season. We know there's so much of it. Our Ben Thompson and Lisa Washington spoke with Solid Waste Services to get some of your big questions answered. That interview will air after the break.
It's now 8:40 as families unwrap gifts and gather around the table. There's one thing that many of us may not think about: what happens to all that extra holiday waste, from packaging and wrapping paper to food scraps and decorations. This time of year creates a surge in trash that can easily overwhelm local systems. Ben Thompson and I spoke with Esperanza Dash earlier with Solid Waste Services to talk about the proper holiday disposal habits earlier this month. Check it out.
Esperanza, thanks for taking time. Happy holidays.
Good morning. Happy holidays to you.
So if you're not careful, as I have learned, your recycling bin is filled up just about a day after you empty it this time of season. But I also have learned if you're strategic and you do it the right way and you cut up those boxes and you put them in small little parts, you can make it work. So what are the city's do's and don'ts for those recyclables to be picked up?
So what we would like for our residents to do is to make sure their cardboard is cut or torn into small pieces so that they can fit loosely in the cart. Some of the things that for the holiday that are recyclable are cardboard boxes, paper gift bags without glitter, and plain tissue paper. So all those things can go in the recycling cart.
So I'm glad she said cut or torn into small pieces. My kids like to just smash them like their
absolutely.
foot. Some people don't even want to break them down, but it's so important that they have to be, as you said, in smaller pieces and flat and pushed together. Don't just get the gift or whatever, open the box and then put the box in the recycle. That doesn't work.
Yes, we want to make sure that those carts are not overflowing because we don't want to leave litter behind in the neighborhoods. Also, we want to make sure that everything comes out of the cart. So we want to make sure that it's loosely fitting in the cart.
Yeah, guilty as charged on that one too, because you cram it down in there and you finally get it in there, and then it doesn't fall out when they.
Right, you're like done.
I, as you can tell, I've learned all these things the hard way. So you mentioned what are some of the things we can recycle. What are things this holiday season that we cannot recycle?
So what we do not want in our carts are foil or metallic wrapping paper, glitter paper, bowls or ribbons, things that come on those gift bags or things that you put on your packaging or your gifts. So we ask that residents remove ribbons, bowls, anything with glitter or metallic wrapping paper.
All right, so we heard that if it has glitter on it, don't recycle it. She just said that. Keep that in mind, folks. Are there certain things in particular that you guys see that can contaminate the recycling carts?
Yeah, so around this time, we typically see a lot of styrofoam with the packing peanuts and things like that. Those things are not recyclable. They are contaminants, plastic bubble wrap or plastic film and wrapping that comes in our packaging. These plastics cause damage when to our expensive machinery during processing of the materials. So we don't want those in the carts, as well as soiled food containers. And batteries are highly flammable, so we do not want those in the cart because they can cause fires. And also, your materials should not be bagged. So all your materials should be loose, placed in your green recycling cart.
I feel like I should save this interview.
Right.
So, 5 days from now, I'm going to have this question. I'm going to say, Ben, you should have paid more attention. What do we need to know about the collection schedule? Because I know sometimes it goes off by a day or two around the holiday season. What do we need to know?
So solid waste will not be providing collection on Christmas Day. Collection will resume the day after Christmas. So we ask that residents put their carts to the curb by 6 a.m. And on New Year's Day, collection will resume as normal.
Okay, so that's good to know, as normal on New Year's Day. You're right, we need to save this. And the discussion in my household, paper towels, can they be recycled?
No, paper towels cannot be recycled. The only thing that can be recycled is the cardboard spiral material.
And the center.
After you finish, yes, in the center.
I did not know that.
Hope people in my house are listening to that one. And
pizza boxes, too.
Pizza boxes. She said soiled food waste, right?
Yes, if it's soiled, no, they cannot be recycled. But if it's some pizza boxes come with like a plastic film to prevent the cardboard from being soiled. So if it's not soiled, yes, it can go in the recycling bin as long as you cut or tear it so it's into small pieces.
Okay, and what about glass?
Glass is recyclable. Glass bottles with necks. So that is your wine bottles, your bottles that have necks with them, basically.
Rinse it out first, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Please rinse all your materials out because we don't want residue. That is a contaminant as well. So we ask that residents please rinse all of their containers out.
Because here's the thing, if you're going to take the effort to recycle, do it right.
That's the thing, do it right. But also, I mean, even if you're not doing it for the greater good of the environment or your neighbors, we all produce so much waste nowadays that if you don't do it smartly and strategically, either your trash bin or your recycling bin is going to end up completely full way too early. So for your own selfish reason, if for no other reason, you've got to make sure you're doing it correctly, because especially this time of year, you're going to run out of space. All right, Esperanza, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
All right, well, Christmas Day is finally here. We're going to be sharing with you some of our favorite Christmas memories when we come back. You want to stay with us? Well, Merry Christmas.
We have been showing you how some of Santa's helpers here, specifically in Rock Hill, are at the Dorothy Day Soup Kitchen this morning, hoping to bring some holiday cheer to those in need. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane has been hanging out all morning, definitely not helping there, but certainly hanging out. And I know that they were getting ready to welcome some folks into the door when you last spoke with us, Richard.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Lisa. I have been helping. I'm going to step out of the way and let you see folks have already started arriving. And as you can see, a lot of orders are actually going out. We're hearing just a bevy of activity, and they're the volunteers preparing these plates for folks. Some people have actually come by. There's just who's been with us all morning, and someone just came by and said hot stuff. I thought he was referring to me, but it was referring to the turkey that's coming through there, or the ham, if you will. But this has been a great event that has been going on since 1986, I found out. This event has been going on where folks in the community come out and help others. A lot of hugs, a lot of smiles I'm seeing here today. Just the true essence of this holiday season. Most of the people you see here are volunteers preparing these plates for folks. They're also, in addition to the food that's being given out, people are also getting a gift. Families are getting a gift. This is all for folks in need, but anyone who wants to come out and just spend some time, there will be folks, but there's also a dining area set up where people can sit down and fellowship and eat. Just extending that holiday spirit, if you will, having a great time, enjoying what this season is all about, what this day and what this season is all about. This event has been going on, like I said, for decades. It's really busy right now. I'm trying to stay out of the way, Lisa. I'm trying to stay out of the way so everybody can do what they're doing. They've had a great time. I've had a great time being here, just like the years before. So Come on through. Come on through. Come on through. He's coming on. Come on, you come here. You come here. Come here. You've been trying. Come here. Pierre was telling her she was getting in the way. She's got on her ears. Sway. There she goes. She wants to say hello. Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, she's been trying to do that. Okay, so what a great day just being out here amongst the folks in Rock Hill, York County. They've been having a great day. We've had a great day too, and we thank them for letting us spend some time sharing what the true meaning of Christmas is all about. And I heard the joke that you were making earlier. Lisa, you told Autumn to give me a lump of coal like last year. That's so mean.
No,
so mean. So hurtful.
no, I would
Merry
never.
Christmas, everybody. I'm
Richard,
joking.
you're
I'm
deserving
joking.
of something
I'm
so
joking.
much better than a lump of coal.
Thank you, Richard. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas.
Love. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, let's check in with Majestic now because, I mean, this to some people, they might consider this weather a gift. I mean, temperatures in the 70s and on Christmas.
I think there's a lot of people saying this is all I need for Christmas Day is a day like this. Sunny skies. Look at how beautiful it is out there from Dallas to Monroe, Lake Norman, Charlotte. I mean, everyone across the Carolinas enjoying some sunshine at some point during the day. One spot that I've been watching is Beach Mountain. It's hard to even see because it's foggy high up in elevation. We've been noticing that over the last couple of days, but most of us, you're looking out the window, you're starting your Christmas morning, and it looks like this. Clear skies and sunshine. Not only does it look nice, but those temperatures feel really nice as well. Mid-70s today, cloudy and cooler tomorrow with highs only rising into the low 60s, and then Saturday we're turning up that heat again with mid-70s on the way. Right now in Shelby, it's 49 degrees, 54 in Lancaster, and right here in the Queen City, it's 51 degrees. Now you can see throughout the rest of our day today, plan for clear sunny skies. It's going to be fantastic. And again, high temperatures right around 75. Doppler radar this morning was picking up on a few sprinkles, but by this point, we're all done with that. It's going to be a gorgeous day, mostly sunny skies for us, but notice as we head into tomorrow for our Friday, a cloudy day with small rain chances early in the morning, but this cold front is going to drop those temperatures down into the 60s for our high. So a big difference on the way. 77 degrees yesterday, 75 degrees today. Yesterday was the warmest Christmas Eve here in Charlotte on record. And again, today's going to feel mighty nice. So hopefully you can enjoy some of this nice weather before those much cooler temperatures arrive as we're heading into next week. Again, there's a look at what we have on the way as we're heading into the next several hours. Sunny skies with 70s ahead.
All right, well, today is Christmas, the Christian holiday celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. It's been a federal holiday in the United States since 1870, but many of the traditions we know and love actually started much earlier. For example, the Christmas tree.
The modern Christmas tree started in Germany in the 16th century and became popular in England by the middle of the 19th century. That was thanks to Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, who was German. Now, from exchanging gifts to leaving out cookies for Santa, it's a day that's become a massive celebration for millions of families around the world. So, do you guys have a favorite Christmas memory or a tradition that you do with your families?
My mother and sister, we used to always sit around and we'd turn on like some of the classics, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, hot chocolate and popcorn. I just love it.
Oh, hot chocolate and popcorn. I love that combo.
Yeah.
That is cool. I do love watching the classics, of course, as a child and now with children with them. I love opening one present on Christmas Eve.
Ooh.
So you got to get one the night before.
Yes. It's a taste.
Yeah, the classic movies. I love great Christmas movies and just spending time with friends and families, like holiday parties where you get all jazzed up. I love that. All the things.
My mom would say, okay, you guys can wake up as early as you want.
Yes.
And we can do presents. It could be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and we're doing it. She said, there's only one rule. You just have to make my cup of coffee for me. And she always got like that peppermint flavored coffee. So I would start the pot of coffee for her. She didn't want just one little thing. She wanted the whole pot of coffee. And once that was done, it was Christmas time, and it would be like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mamas need the coffee. They
Oh
do.
my, that is goals right there. 2, 3 in the morning.
So much
special.
fun.
I love that. Well, Merry Christmas from all of us here at WCNC Charlotte. We do hope that you have a wonderful day and that you are able to spend it with those you love, friends and family. We are going to take a quick break right here on WCNC Plus, but don't go anywhere because coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to continue from our live Impact News stream. Again, Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate. We'll be right back.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. It is gorgeous outside. We have plenty of sunshine in place, and temperatures are going to be fantastic. If you liked yesterday's forecast, you'll love today's as well. I hope you're having a great start to your Christmas morning. 40s and 50s right now. It's very comfortable. 55 degrees currently here in the Queen City, 52 up there in Hickory, and 57 currently in Boone. Yesterday, we topped off at 77 degrees. It was the warmest Christmas Eve ever recorded here in Charlotte, and today 75. A great day to take all those new bicycles outside and play if maybe some of those good kiddos got that for Christmas. Lots of sunshine by mid-morning, early afternoon. Again, temperatures back into the 70s as soon as noon, and we're not even done warming up at that point. Around 75 in Rock Hill and Chester, 77 degrees today in Lancaster, and even up in the mountains, a very mild day with a mix of upper 50s and low 60s. Cooler temperatures tomorrow, back into the lower end of the 60s with mainly cloudy skies, and then another warm up is ahead. On Saturday, planned for 75 degrees. We are all wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas. Get outside and enjoy the gorgeous Carolina weather.